right, so is America at war or not? Because I'm confused. I asked a fellow American, he doesn't know either. In fact, like, this is an interesting game you can play. You can ask your fellow Americans, how many countries is the United States at war with? And they literally don't know. Now, they know that they are at war with some countries. Like, they're aware of that. But, like, if you ask them to actually name them, they don't know. I think, like, North Korea is one of them, though. Yeah, I think like, the North Korean... the North Korean government is still legally at war with the United States. It's just that they're in a ceasefire. But legally speaking, yes, like, North Korea still views itself as war with the U.S. So there's that. Iran. See, now, Iran, I'm a little bit confused. Because I think it's over. Right? Like, I don't think, like, there's military troops that are going to land in Iran. I think, like, that's it. Like, they killed the supreme leader, and now they're waiting to see what's going to happen. The European Union is going to have a council by Monday. Oh, my goodness. Like, I love this. Holy shit. That's right. I think, like, Trump just found the glitch in geopolitics. If you want the moral busybodies to be bypassed, all you have to do is to start the shit on Friday. Because I can tell you this, Trump, okay? There is no fucking way you can get an EU bureaucrat to show up at work on a Saturday or a Sunday. Like, no, that doesn't happen. And so, if you start the war on Friday, by Monday they have a council. And then maybe by the next month they can have 3 or 4 commissions, and by the time they're finished discussing, they already buried the supreme leader. Like, I can guarantee to you, like, the Iranians are going to be able to get the bodies out of the wreckage. They're even going to clear the site. They're going to start doing the religious rituals and everything, and they're going to put the supreme leader underground by the time that the European Union finishes deliberating about what their master geopolitical strategy in the Middle East is. Please give me the TLDR of what happened. See, like, why is it that an American is asking me which nation his country fucked over last night? Like, it's insane, right? Like, aren't you from... Like, you should be able to tell me what happened, right? Like, when it was over my border. Wasn't even my country, but like when Russia invaded Ukraine, I would have drawn you a map. I would have told you where the battle lines are, where the infantry divisions are located, where the anti-air is, right? Like, I would have been able to do that because it's literally next door. But you're from America and you're like, can you please tell me what happened? Okay, so your country fucked with one of the most powerful nations in the Middle East. Yeah, Iran is powerful. It's pretty large. It's not like Afghanistan or Iraq. Like, it actually does have anti-air capabilities, and it does have missiles from Russia and from China, right? So, if you were to take America out of the equation, like, let's say that tomorrow the United States doesn't exist on planet Earth, Iran would probably be able to conquer most of the Middle East. They would have some difficulty with Israel, but I think, like, they could definitely bully the Saudis. I think they could bully Iraq, Afghanistan, and Syria. I think they would have difficulty with Turkey. Yes, like, Turkey would actually prove a challenge. But other than that, yes, like, Iran is pretty impressive. Like, it's a top player in the region. And your nation just fucked them. Okay? Like, last night, just didn't even send the soldier. Didn't even, like, they pressed the button. Okay? That's what America did. That's the nation you're in. Like, it decided it doesn't like the face of the supreme leader of another country. Press the button, he's dead. That's it. That's what happened. And like, this is a guy that's, like, anointed by Muhammad. Like, he's a religious figure, you know? Like, it took, like, 20 clerics to convene and to summon the spiritual energies in order to manifest the jinn, the holy man, right? You fucked him. You did. In one night. From across the world. Like, you're not even in the middle. You're in that, okay? Like, do you understand what happened? Right? Basically, when the Russians want a special military operation, they got back down 4 years tens of thousands, if not like hundreds of thousands by now dead, right? When America does a special military operation, it's done. Like, Congress doesn't even get to talk about it. Talk about what? It's like, let's pull them out. Like, you're not in there anymore. It's over. It's done. You fucked them. No problem, Zixan. Okay, I hope my explanation was... technically, we are at war with all countries, even our allies, when you think about it. We have military bases in countries you are occupied. Oh, goodness gracious, that is a good point. Jackus the Great says, one day I'll get my Key Bar barbecue name back. I actually remember that name. I hope you do get it one day. Okay. You fucked him. Was it good? I don't know. I didn't fuck him. You should ask Donald Trump. He fucked him. Well, actually, your nation fucked him, right? Like, the American, through the rage of the Americans that were pissed off at wokeness. Unironically, see, like, leftists just do not want to accept this. They do not want to believe me, but it's true. I know so many people that were not into politics at all. Like, they literally do not care about politics. But because leftists have put non-binary characters in their video game, they voted for Donald Trump. I know these people, like, they exist. The left still can't believe it's like, this petty? Yes, why did you have to fuck with the video games? You did this. You need to understand, you did this. Like, there were some really bad people out there. There were some people with no emotion, no compassion, no love for humankind, and all they had were video games. And you decided to unleash those people on the world. You did this, leftist. You're the monster. You know, because those people are unhinged. You can't really assess an insane person, right? But they were placated, like the demons were chained. You went there and you fought with the chains, leftist. And they voted for Donald Trump. And now the leftists are like, oh, so you like it when Donald Trump? And they're like, yes, they absolutely like it. Why? Because it pisses you off. If it pisses you off, they want it. They will vote for J.D. Vance. But here's the funny part, right? Like, this is absolutely oboshiroi. Ursula von der Leyen. Oh, my goodness. It sounds it sounds like an aristocratic name, right? It's not Ursula Lion. It's Ursula von der Leyen, huh? Following the ongoing situation in Iran, I am conveying a special security college on Monday. Like, bitch, are you insane? When you say something like this, you yourself must realize that you're not serious. Right? Let me put it this way. If you can actually influence something, you don't wait till Monday. The Russians have probably already convened a Security Council. The Chinese have probably already convened a Security Council. The Iranians, I mean, obviously. The only reason you're not conveying is because those other nations have militaries. Like, they actually have capabilities, right? They can actually do some shit if it's required. What are you going to do? Tariff them? Oh, you're going to regulate them. Oh, they're probably, you know, I'm willing to bet this is what the EU will do. If it actually counts for World War III, the European Union is not going to participate unless, you know, we're getting invaded. And even then, they're going to complain that America is not doing enough. And they're going to regulate the rules of engagement. Like, that's what they're going to do. It's like, you violated the rules of engagement. We're going to put a fine. On who? On America for the way they're conducting in the Middle East. We're going to fine NATO. Special Security College on Monday. Jesus fucking Christ. For regional security and stability, it is of the utmost importance that there is no further escalation through Iran's unjustified attacks. Bitch, do you speak English? Like, seriously, I know that she's German, but I'm Romanian, right? Like, we both learned English. And I think I have a greater mastery on the language than she does. I don't think she understands words. I don't think she understands what justified means. They killed their leader, Ursula. They killed their leader. Like, if that is... Listen, Ursula, let me put it this way, right? In any single nation throughout history, in any culture whatsoever on planet Earth, if you kill the leader of a faction, they are actually justified in retaliating, right? Like, the word justified. Like, let me put it this way. How do you justify the attack? Like, was the attack justified? Well, we justify it because they killed our leader, right? So, like, they can't justify it. It's what she wanted to say, right, is that it is of utmost importance that there is no further escalation, period, right? Dot. They are actually justified in retaliating, for fuck's sakes. I'm not saying they should, right? I'm not saying that it's even a good idea. Like for example, imagine if China would assassinate the leader of Liechtenstein. Now, Liechtenstein would be justified to retaliate, but it would be wise if they don't. You know? Like, sometimes reality hits, and while you have the moral high ground, you do not have the logistics, you do not have the capabilities, you do not have the resources, you do not have the manpower, and so you shut the fuck up and take it. Or you decide to martyr yourself. Okay, that is also an option. But, to say that Iran's unjustified attacks, like my sister in Christ, if you kill someone's leader, the definition of the word justification is available to them. Holy fucking shit. Oh my goodness. Make more commissions. Make more commissions. Like, maybe she will find out in one of those commissions that I'm actually right and she is wrong. Oh yeah, you need an EU age restriction on the tank. Yes, like you have to use an ID verification. You gotta use digital ID before driving the tanks. You know, like some soldiers, they have like pictures of girls in bikinis in the tanks. You can't have teenagers going in there. You're exposing children to porn. Iran is no longer powerful enough, so don't worry. We took care of that problem for the rest of the Middle East, bro. Well, yeah, I mean, look, you cannot just... what was Iran, the one with the pagers? Or no, like that was a different one. But, like, Iran also lost a lot of its leadership through drone strikes, to various attacks. They tried attacking Israel. They didn't do shit. You look weak. You look weak. And weakness invites aggression. This is how geopolitics work. I went back to the D&D campaign with Dev, and the audio clip could almost be used on CNN. It shows Rag saying something, and you get mad and leave. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, look. I wasn't having fun. And I was really triggered. And so, if I'm not having fun, there's no point for me to stay there and make other people not have fun as well, right? Because, like, not having fun is contagious. And so, it's best, if you're not enjoying something, to just tune out rather than stay there and make everyone else miserable. Which is what Dev did, and that's why I'm pissed off. Just don't know where the US, Israel are going next. Iran is not like Maduro. The mullah are still in power of the government structure. Yeah, I don't know either. Listen, what the United States wants is simple. They don't give a shit if you're massacring your people, if you're Tiananmen squaring people. Like, look, they're not bombing China, right? So, like, what the United States wants is very simple. Number one, it wants to control the energy, the global energy markets, right? So, like, they want to dictate how much oil gets to pass, who you get to boycott, who you get to sell to, what price, when and where, right? Like, this is the most important thing that America's geopolitics is like. They don't want oil just for themselves. They want to decide which nation on earth is allowed to buy oil and for how much. The second thing they want is to make sure that if they start American companies there, the government doesn't steal them, right? So, like Venezuela. Venezuela had a lot of American companies before Maduro, and you know, when they went socialist, they stole those companies. Now, I know that leftists can justify theft, and they can be, well, yes, like the government seizes your property, right? But when you seize the property of another government, you get punched in the face. And that's what America doesn't like, right? When its own corporations are being stolen by other governments. They don't appreciate that. And when you mix it with the fact that you have oil, and you start importing it to the Russians or the Chinese, without consulting the Americans, that's when the military happens. And this is literally what you have in the Middle East. Now, some people say, well, it's because Israel. I'm pretty sure it is. Like, Israel's political ambitions, they're different. They're not about oil. They're also a little bit religious, a little bit mystical. They want to expand, right? Like, They have different ambitions. But in this situation, when it comes to Iran, which has like the strait through which more than I think like 30 or 40% of the world energy supply goes through, they align with America. So like, if Israel didn't exist, I still think, and this is my opinion, you feel free to disagree, but I think like if Israel just didn't exist, it never happened, right? Like after World War II, they never made the Israeli state. I think America would have still fucked with Iran today. And the reason it would is because they can. Russia is bogged down in Ukraine. Like they literally cannot operate anywhere else in the world because they're fighting the Ukrainians. And so they saw a golden opportunity. It's like now or never. If they attack now, Russia can't do shit. China is not going to do shit alone. And so they took Syria. They took now they're fucking with Iran. They're taking Venezuela, right? Like they're literally going around the world doing whatever the fuck they want, as long as Russia is occupied. And not to mention, like, this may even be putting pressure on Russia. Because, like, on one hand, if you're in the Russian high command, you go like, okay, we're fighting this war with Ukraine. Maybe we can win it. But look at what the Americans are doing. They're everywhere on Earth. They're doing all these moves, and we can't do shit about it. This is actually like a way you can play against like anyone that plays strategy games, and you're playing against a player that turtles, right? And they're busy somewhere. You don't attack the turtle, like you leave it alone. You just take the entire map. And I think like this is the strategy that they're doing. So yes, it's possible that the next target may be Canada. Is that Hearts of Iron? I think it is Hearts of Iron, and I'll tell you why. Hearts of Iron is actually built based on reality. Like the developers that made Hearts of Iron, they looked at geopolitics, they tried to simplify it as much as possible, they made it into a video game. So like yes, no, like geopolitics, like the way countries operate, is not 100% like Hearts of Iron, but it is pretty much about resources, logistics, controlling various nations and choke points. Yes, no, it's actually, it is like Hearts of Iron. The Russians have already been losing their ability to operate around the world. They had to rely on PMCs in Syria and Africa. Well, yeah, now they can't even do that. The tiny hats caused Germans to hate themselves for eternity. Let me explain to you what the Germans did that pissed off everyone, right? Because it's not like, okay, like the Holocaust theme, yes, sure, fine. But like, why did people genuinely, unironically, with a seething passion, hated the Germans? World War One was, I mean, let me put it this way. Historians call World War One the lost generation. World War One was one of the worst atrocities that has happened in human history. Like people just cannot imagine what it's like to see like the Battle of Verdun, where you have 300,000 people literally marching into artillery fire, you know, father and son getting blown up one by one, just like mountains of corpses, like an industrial slaughter unlike the world has ever seen. And you don't just die from the artillery, you die from trench foot, like your fingers getting amputated. You're sitting in the snow in a trench that's filled with water to your knee. Like, this is like a nightmare that humanity has never experienced before World War One. And I'm not even going into the mustard gas and shit, right? So after World War One, people still have trauma. And you have Germany. Now, Germany, no one cares about like what they did. No one cares about, you know, Hitler being a dictator, right? That was actually the era of dictators. Like, you look throughout Europe, the monarchy died because the reason World War One happened is because of the monarchy. Basically, like various kings, you know, marrying into each other's families and having a chain of alliances and shit. That's what caused World War One. And so the way kings ruled is through divine right. They would say that God invested them to be on earth, right? And if God is on the king's side, why is the other king, which also claims God is on his side, why are they causing a war that's an industrial slaughterhouse, right? So like the very principle of divine right just falls after the first word. And so like this is when you have like fascism and communism and dictators and whatnot. Like people were trying to figure out a different system of government that doesn't involve divinity. Anyway, Hitler comes up. No one gives a shit, right? It's like what he does to his people. Like, no one cares. Like, you see, like, the communists in the Soviet Union. They do just as bad, if not worse. You know, the dekulakization, the Holodomor. Like, they murder people. No one cares. The reason people hate with a passion the Germans, especially, right, is because they started World War II. Literally that. They fucked around. Like, they couldn't just be happy. No, they had to go into Poland, okay? It's like that was what pissed people off, is that the fact that when Europe was at its weakest, and this is why Germany also won, people were rebuilding. People were experiencing trauma. No one was preparing for another war. People were basically like trying to placate, to use diplomacy. And when Hitler started World War II, that's what pissed people off. And this is why the Germans were getting punished after. It's not just like, okay, well, the small hat people, yes, they also had reasons. And they were also vindictive. But they got a lot of allies in this fight. Because, again, like, you don't start World War II. You just don't fucking do it. And Hitler was told, it's like, leave Poland alone. Leave it alone. Like, leave it the fuck alone. No, he didn't want to. And it's like, oh, well, you know, my Germans were being terrorized on the other side. Let them be terrorized. Let them be fucking terrorized. Everyone gets terrorized somewhere else. Every single minority suffers in another country. Everywhere, around the world, in that timeline. In that time period, literally every single nation had minorities. Every single nation was oppressing those minorities. That's not a reason to invade Poland. Yeah, but Japan didn't start it. And by the way, no, hold on. You have a point. Japan was in there too. Yes. Do you know that even today, Japanese people are hated by the Chinese because of that? Like when you look in Asia, it's not as powerful as in Europe, but it still exists. Like the Chinese, the Koreans, like everyone dislikes the Japanese. And it's been 100 years since, right? But it's the same reason. Like they view it like Japan started shit. You don't start World War II. The thing is, like, World War I, I think, like, I'm not really expert in the Asian theater of World War I, so I definitely don't know what the fuck happened there. But I think it wasn't as bad as Europe, right? So, like, the seething hatred that Europeans had for the Germans, it was that after World War I, they started World War II. That's the only explanation. It's not the, like, at the time, it wasn't the Holocaust. The Holocaust was like, yes, it's an atrocity, but like compared to that, like if you look at Soviet Union, if you look at Japan, it's not really that like for the people in that time, it wasn't that shocking, right? What was shocking was starting the Second World War. Anyway, China still says they will get back at Japan for that shit too. Yeah, like even today, anyone that started World War II is not viewed positively. Except for Italy. Like, that's interesting. To be honest, like, Italy, they didn't do much damage. So, like, they got their ass kicked. And so, like, not a lot of people hate them. But secondly, Benito Mussolini actually tried appealing to the Allies first. And they were like, this guy Hitler, he's a madman. Like, can you please do something about him? And because, like, no one sent any help, no one did anything, that's when Benito Mussolini allied with Hitler. And so, you know, like history is a lot more kind to Italy, even though they were part of the Axis. But when you look at Germany and Japan, no, like everyone hates them. In Europe, the new generation doesn't. Like the new generation of Europeans don't hate the Germans, but my father's generation, yes, and even my generation like viewed them with suspicion. They're not good people. It's not like, and when I say like they're not good people, what I really mean is like their government, number one, right? Like the German government does not have Europe's best interest in mind, and I don't think it even has Germany's best interest in mind. They're like kind of like the aristocrats of old, like secluded in their ivory towers, and they just mind their own interests. But secondly, like there is something about the German mindset, this collective thinking that, you know, it's like the Protestant work ethic. Like, it's really good for work and business to have this way of thinking, but it's really bad to run a society with it. Like, Germans collectivize even their words. Like, they make words long as a sausage. Everything is united. You get to see during the pandemic why it's a problem. right? So like during the pandemic, there were a lot of abuses that the government did, a lot of mandates that simply went against liberty and human rights, and the Germans, they basically said, no, like, my government doesn't lie to me, my government is right, what's good for me is good for my neighbor, and if my neighbor refuses, then it's my duty to bring good upon them. And you literally had like an entire nation of enforcers, of people that were bootlickers, of people that would genuinely like enforce government mandates without thinking, without allowing people to have a choice, without any of that. And so it's this mindset that makes them scary for other Europeans that don't think like that. Like Eastern Europe doesn't think like that. Italy doesn't think like that. Britain doesn't think like that, right? But in Germany, they do think like that. I mean, look at the situation in Germany, right? Like the political situation. What do they have? They have several parties. A single party is against mass immigration. Just one. The AFD. And the AFD is like the second largest party, and it has a chance to become like the first largest party, but it's not going to get 50% of the votes, right? And so if it gets like 48% of the votes, you have the Greens, the Christian Democrats, the SPDs, the far left, the Linke, like all the other parties, they form a coalition, and they put aside every other political issue, like everything else. It doesn't matter anymore. What matters is that they're for immigration, and they're for doing a cordon sanitaire against the AFD. And so the AFD cannot negotiate, cannot do anything besides have speeches. And the problem with this is that all of the people that support AFD go unrepresented. And why is it? It's the German mindset. It's like, I know what's good, and what's good for me is good for everyone. And they will just simply flat out impose their will on everyone else. Blue Stellar Wave, thank you for $17. Wow. Yeah, but I bet Trump does not want troops in the Middle East. Just want to bomb strategic targets. I don't see that move to put Palvi in power when there is no fighting the Holy Army. I don't think so either. Yeah, like I don't think like Trump is going to deploy forces in the Middle East. I guess like the only way it could happen, and this is just like a wild theory, that if China gets involved or Russia gets involved and they start sending mass troops and armies into Iran, and Iran starts invading Israel or some shit, right? You know, like some sci-fi level hypothesis like that. Okay, yeah, maybe then I would see like, and it probably wouldn't even be American. Like he would probably push for NATO to send troops, right? Like he would probably push for my country to send troops. But no, I don't think like you're going to see boots on the ground, because the Iranians just can't fight Israel. Like they can't. They don't have the technology. Most of the I think it's like 30% of their population hates the government. Like you gotta understand, you know, dictatorships still exist with the consent of the people. It sounds ridiculous, but most people in a dictatorship, they actually support the regime. Either tacit support, like they're not willing to do anything, or like active support. Like in Venezuela right now, there are people that were loyal to Maduro, and there are people that benefited from Maduro, and there are people that hate that Maduro has been deposed, right? In the Soviet Union, there were people that liked Stalin, unironically, right? There's people now, today, in the Soviet Union that miss Stalin. So, in Iran, they do have like the loyalists, the people that like them. But unfortunately for them, they also have like a lot of people that hate the government. They hate the supreme leader. And this is like one of the problems on why dictatorships don't really work. If the reason we have democracies is not because the people in power are compassionate and they really want to love our citizens. No, the reason we have democracies is simply because dictatorship is not as powerful and as useful. Because dictatorship has a single failure point. Everything bad that happens is because of the supreme leader. So like whenever like something bad happens, people blame the supreme leader. And so eventually people want the supreme leader gone. And when something like this happens, when the United States like bombs the actual supreme leader, it's very difficult to conduct a war when a third of your population like genuinely hates you. And it's not that like, they necessarily like are going to go on the streets and sabotage you, but like malicious compliance exists. refusal to pay taxes, or even, yes, like in extreme cases, active sabotage. So, you're sure someone misses Pol Pot? I think you may have like found one exception where there are some dictators that like no one misses. Pol Pot, Papa Doc, and Baby Doc. Yeah, Papa Doc and Baby Doc are probably like three of the dictators that no one likes. So Papa Doc and Baby Doc. Can anyone tell me where these dictators come from? I'm actually curious, like how much my chat knows geopolitics, right? And that's literally the name, like Papa Doc and Baby Doc. You think I'm laughing? No, I'm very serious. Chat, come on, this is easy. This is easy. Where is Papa Doc and Baby Doc from? Mike, you Googled it. Nah, not from Africa. It's from Haiti. Haiti, yeah. I think like America actually supported Baby Doc. So let me see if I can find Papa Doc. Oh, here we go. Francois Dolivar. Oh my goodness, he was such an angel. So should I give you a rundown of him? Cause like he's pretty interesting as a character. Yeah, he came in with voodoo. He brought voodoo religion in Haiti. Haiti is the only nation on earth where a slave rebellion actually was successful. Like nowhere else on planet Earth did the slave manage to successfully rebel. Haiti is one of them. They did the white genocide after. Basically what happened is that it was a colonial place. Pretty harsh conditions for the people working there. And you had I think like the population of whites was like 10% or some shit. Eventually the slaves rebel. This is happening during the French Revolution, right? And because like France is destabilized and shit, the black people, they take advantage. They manage to stage a successful revolution. And for a while, things are stabilized. But then Napoleon comes, and Napoleon wants to regain control of Haiti. The problem is, like, he actually had black people on his side initially. Like, there were many previous slaves that didn't like the situation under the new regime, and they were like, you know what, it was actually better during slavery. And they were thinking like, okay, well, Napoleon is with égalité, liberté, fraternité, like maybe he's going to give us a deal. He gave them shit, like he wanted to put them back in chains. And so that didn't work well because the slaves managed to push back the Napoleon army. It was also very difficult for France to fight in the tropics. People died, dysentery, whatever. The thing is, like, after Napoleon leaves, they do the white genocide, and the argument was from the leader that led the counter-military is, if you see another French boat arriving, who is your white neighbor going to run to? Is he going to run to us to help us fight the French, or is he going to run to the French ship? And he went and he had this speech everywhere. Like he went village to village, city to city, and he gave instructions on how to massacre the whites, to not use gunfire to wake them up. Women were allowed to live if they were to take a black man as a husband. Polish people were allowed to live as well. No, Italians were allowed to live. I think like some Poles as well. It's because they actually fought against the French, right? Anyway, after the regime comes, like the guy gets assassinated. He basically reinstates slavery, except not in name only. You get Papa Doc. Papa Doc brings voodoo to Haiti. And he actually cloaks himself as a Loa, and he terrorizes people and shit. He causes like the regime of terror. He's like probably one of the worst dictators. Not as bad as Pol Pot, I would say, but pretty fucked up. And it's because like most dictators, like they still have like some rules, you know, like you kind of get the vibe or what you're supposed to do. With Papa Doc, it was fucking random. Like today you can be good with his guards, tomorrow they can kill you anyway. So yeah, Baby Doc was actually more interesting. It's his son, if you didn't figure out. Baby Doc thinks in the way of, okay, well, maybe like my country can only produce something that the world doesn't want, right? Like no one wants plantations by the time Baby Doc is there. There's no reason to import from a country with his reputation. And so he's thinking like, what if we have tourism? So in order to have tourism, you have to kill people less or kill people away where the eyes can see, right? So like you don't, like you still massacre people, just not in front of the hotels. And surprisingly, Baby Doc actually manages to recover the economy of Haiti. He was still brutal, he still killed people, but not in front of the hotels. And he didn't kill tourists, that's another thing. Like during Papa Doc, if you actually were progressive enough and open-minded enough to visit, you'd get fucked, literally, if you're a woman. If you're a man, you'd get shanked. So like Papa Doc didn't have the foresight. Baby Doc was like, you know what, let's build some beautiful hotels. And he did. But after that, after he died, after he lost power, gangs came around, and well, you get the Haiti today. I don't even know if Haiti even has a government today, if they even have a leadership. The drone picture showing the difference between the Dominican Republic and Haiti is wild. Yeah, but like you gotta put it in this way, right? Like the Dominican Republic was getting materials from France. Like it was getting logistical supply chains from France. Secondly, the Dominican Republic, it was good for the people that were white. If you are a slave, right, and you're working the plantation, you may not appreciate the Dominican Republic as much. Now, they probably didn't appreciate it during Haiti either. But the reason, like the thing is, you can't really build something in Haiti if you don't have a supply chain from another place, right? Like the Americans, they have supply chain from America. The French had supply chain from France. The slaves, well, if you're lacking resources, you need to trade with someone, but who the fuck is going to trade with you? Literally no one. I wouldn't trade with them. Would you trade with them? Would you trade with Haiti? I wouldn't trade with Haiti. The Americans, they traded with Haiti to keep communism at bay, and apparently it worked. Like, they didn't want a communist uprising in Haiti. Papa Doc and Baby Doc were many things, but you can't call them communists. So, anyway, right? Hold on. I have some super chats I need to read. I just sent you my new favorite meme, probably for the entire week. Also, people love my people, the Italians. We got good food, wine, art, and culture. We are just good. Plus, the United States need Italians immigrant for the vote. You had the Roman Empire, so like there's that. Let me see what meme you gave. Oh my goodness, yes. I think I may use this as a thumbnail. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's absolutely great. Well, let me put it this way, okay? Let me explain it into a way that people can understand one of the issues. Imagine imagine America colonizes the moon, right? So like you're colonizing the moon and you're sending rockets there every day with food, with tools, with resources. Obviously, like the people on the moon are not going to have a problem because like everything keeps coming to them. But like if the people on the moon declare independence, and the rockets with the food, the tools, the supplies, the people stop coming, how do you think like the lunar base is going to look like? Right? Like that's pretty much how it's like with Haiti. To be fair though, it's also like, look, you can't expect people that have been slaves for hundreds of years to understand bureaucracy, to all of a sudden understand what government looks like. It's like, no, when it happened to Europe, and I was telling this to a friend of mine, it's like, look, when the Roman Empire collapsed, and it lost the ability to govern because it didn't have enough people to run the bureaucracy. Europe went into the Dark Ages for 1,000 years. Like, what does the Dark Ages mean? Well, it means they didn't know how to build an aqueduct. It means they didn't know how to build a highway. It means that they didn't know how to march in formation. It means that they didn't know how to carry one message from one part of the land to another. It means that most people lost their ability to read and write. It means that most people became peasants and they were pretty much like slaves, right? And so when you have like a collapse of a system, it usually takes 1,000 years to get it back up. I'm not surprised. But I also have no pity for Haiti. I just want people to understand. Like, I have no sympathy for them either. If you're from Haiti, just leave. Don't be there. Just be out of Haiti. What can I say? It's fucked up, but it is what it is. It doesn't have the resources to support a 2026 civilization. It just doesn't. And no one wants to trade with it. And pumping help into it doesn't work because you're not giving help to the actual people, right? Like, you would need to go... What they would need is for someone to go there and start businesses, but, like, no one wants to go there and start businesses because a lot of the... Like here's the thing. When you have, like, anarchy, some people actually live good. Like, the gang members, the criminals, the anarchists, they actually live good, and they want to maintain that lifestyle. And so if someone comes there with businesses, it ruins their shtick. The weirdest thing about it is that Haiti is literally on the same physical island as the Dominican Republic, and Dominican Republic is still a very popular tourist spot. Yeah, well, again, like, Baby Doc managed to fix that. Like, during Baby Doc, tourism was actually good, but... Oh. The guy following him didn't follow the Baby Doc reforms. What can you do? The ARCSO, sure, but don't come to my country. Most people are not going to go anywhere. Like, the journey is very expensive, so... I don't know, like, does America have a lot of Haitians? Unless you have, like, an NGO that's transporting them, I don't think you would. I think, like, you guys have more Somalians than Haitian. But, like, no, I understand, you know, like, don't come to America illegally, right? Like, if a Haitian man just come to America legally, that's different, but... Try the UK. I still didn't address Belmont's super chat. Holy shit. Hold on, give me a second. I'm sorry, Belmont. Ah, here we go. $10. Thank you so much. Hope you and your family have been doing well, V. My question is, do you think the recent events will increase or decrease Republican approval ratings? See, this one is actually interesting. This one is actually very interesting. I saw Nick Fuentes going around encouraging people to vote Democrat. I made a video about it. I think it's retarded. But he basically said that he's upset of what Donald Trump is doing. And usually Nick Fuentes has a lot of positive messages on social media. Like, a lot of people are, you know, laughing at his jokes and sharing the video. They weren't amused by this one. They were actually very pissed off at him. And I think the main reason is politics is not just about people making an intellectual decision. Politics is mostly about people voting with emotion, right? Like, emotions actually move the masses. And when Donald Trump managed to drone strike the supreme leader of Iran, a lot of Americans woke up with a very, very hard cock. Very, very hard cock. Even people that don't like Donald Trump, even people that hate and have, like, Trump derangement syndrome, even they have very hard cocks. I'm willing to bet even Ursula von der Leyen, she probably grew one. There is, like, this sentiment of pride that I have to say. Like, the fact that, again, Iran is still a powerful nation, and with the push of a button, he just fucked with it from halfway across the world. Didn't send soldiers. Like, if he was to send soldiers and the American soldiers would die and it was actual war, yes. But the way he did it, and the way he operated in Venezuela as well, like, just like erasing people that the left would wiggle their fingers at. You know, just erased. A lot of Americans had hard cooks. Even though Donald Trump was like, if you vote for Kamala Harris, you're voting for war with Iran, I'm the president of peace, blah, blah, blah. Even though he did that, it doesn't matter. Like, most MAGA people are now, no, they're patriot mode on. America, hurrah. We're the top guy. We're the one that dictates terms. We're the ones that set the agenda. And I saw two individuals, two journalists from England just oozing of soy. Like, they were just like, whenever they opened their mouth, the entire EU imports of soy would just flow. And they were like, oh, international law, you guys, international law. There is something that I learned in law school. It was actually like the first month. Like one of the first things that we were taught in law school was that a law that you cannot enforce is not a law. It's fictional. It's what Pompey said. Like Pompey, during the Roman Civil War, do you know what he said? Pompey said, stop quoting laws at us, we have swords. Okay? Very simple. And this is the reality. Now, there is the cope that the European Union is having. It's like, oh, it's not right, it's not fair. It's like, oh, international law. You got, okay, can you enforce it? No? Okay, America can enforce it. That's the difference. Like, America can absolutely enforce international law. And so, what Americans say is what is going to happen. Until someone else becomes world hegemon. Like, America is not going to be the world hegemon throughout eternity. Like, if you're thinking year 5742, if there are still human beings on planet Earth, right? I doubt America may be the top dog. Like, whatever names the nations will have and whatever will happen, right? So, like, at some point, someone else will be the top dog. Maybe it will be China. Maybe it will be like two nations. Like you had during the Cold War. Like, during the Cold War, international law was actually what the US and what Russia agreed. And to be honest, okay, in a situation like that, yes, international law actually exists. Because you have like two equal parties that can enforce. And so when you end up with that system, that's a more fair system. But we don't live in that system. We live in a system with one hegemon. Okay? So like, while you have the one hegemon, the international law is whatever the United States says it is. There were other times, like before World War I, the Europeans had the great powers, is what we call them. And you had England, France, the Ottoman Empire, Russia, Prussia, the Habsburgs, the Hungarian, right? And they would form like coalitions and they would talk and debate, and okay? And that was like an international law. The idea is like international law exists if you can punish, right? Like someone that violates the law gets punished. So it makes sense. Like look, the reason people pay taxes is because if you don't pay taxes, you get punished, right? Like you get your bank accounts closed down, your funds are extracted, you can go to prison. Now, imagine if you had the system where that doesn't happen. Who would pay taxes? I mean, you have the law, right? Like, the law still says you have to pay them. But if there's no enforcement, who pays taxes? So this is the same with international law. Like, you need someone that has the ability to enforce. And the European Union absolutely does not and never will have the ability to enforce it. Technically, it may have been a war, but if we're talking chess, Trump just used drone strike on the enemy king's first move. Not if you're illegal. The taxes get assigned to you. To be fair, Trump was talking about bombing Iran for a year now. I mean, he already bombed it. I gotta say, the way America behaved, very dishonorable. Like, they were still having negotiations with the Ayatollah. And the Ayatollah basically said, okay, fine, we're denuclearizing, we're doing everything you want. And they killed the supreme leader anyway, so... I don't know, like, maybe it was kind of like the Romans would say, the legions are marching. Like, when the legions are marching, like, that's it. Like, you can't turn them back. Like, you're going to cause supply chain disruptions. You're going to upset a lot of people. It's going to cost a lot to bring them back. So, like, they would be, yes, the legions are marching. Like, there is no more peace. There is no more possibility. The EU taxes governments, and those governments tax the population, yes. Why will the EU deliberate? It's not like they have control of the situation. Well, they can. Okay, like the EU can do a power move here. And they can open the borders and take all the Iranians into Europe. And given the current leadership, I wouldn't be surprised, yes? So like we can literally create barren wasteland in Iran just by taking every single Iranian, every single man, woman, and child from Iran and bring them over to Europe. And then we fix the Middle Eastern problem, right? Like you can see that the European Union, without military, without weapons, we can actually influence geopolitics. Just take every single Iranian, every single one. You need to make sure that not one remains, right? The British have announced that they are getting involved by taking 50 million refugees from Iran. Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. You have like the power European move. Like no nation on earth can fight against Europe. Like we literally swallow your population. We're going to cannibalize everything you got. All your people are belong to us. And I'll probably have to pay taxes for that. And I'll probably have to abide by 75 new hate speech laws. But it is what it is. You know, like, it is my burden to carry. It's kind of like going to war. V, you forgot to give them free welfare. No, I didn't. I literally just said that I will have to pay more. Right? I will have to work harder so that Ursula von der Leyen can take all the Iranians here. Every single one. And after that, we take the Palestinians. And then we take Turkey. Because I understand there were rumors. I don't know if this one is real or not. But there were rumors that the Israelis are saying that Turkey is now the biggest danger to Israel. So that would be interesting if it is. I will have to fact check it, right? But I understood that up until now, Iran was the biggest danger. So like with Iran out of the way, if Turkey becomes the biggest danger, we'll take the Turks in as well. Like the European Union will take, yes, like we will take Iranians, we will take the Palestinians, we will take the Turks. We're going to try to take Africa too. We're taking everyone. Yes, everyone can come here. Why not? America and China can repopulate the earth, and then we'll take them as well. Turkey is not delicious. This is like the biggest American cope that I have ever seen. There is no bird more disgusting than fucking turkey. It is so fucking dry. It is absolutely dry. Don't give me the, oh, how you cook it shit. Listen. Chicken actually tastes good, right? Like it's juicy, it tastes good. Duck. Have you ate duck before? Like duck actually is tasty, right? Pheasant. I have pheasant. It actually melts in your mouth. Turkey, out of all the birds, is the worst type of meat that I have ever ate in my entire fucking life. And I have ate it at a restaurant. It's not that I don't know how to cook it. I actually went to a restaurant and I said, you know what? Let me see if I'm retarded. I ordered it. It was bad. I went to another restaurant. It was horrible. Turkey is the worst meat that you can possibly have. I do not know why Americans believe that bird is delicious. It is not. That is like the survivalist bird. Like, when you have nothing left to eat and you're starving, you kill the turkey. It's so fucking dry. So insanely dry that I do not understand the pleasure in eating that bird. I'm American and I have never liked turkey either. I mean, imagine what Abraham Lincoln did to you, okay? Imagine what he did to you. He forces you to eat that bird once a year. Like, he could have chosen anything. He could have chosen lamb. He could have chosen pork. He could have chosen beef. He chose the turkey. He could have chosen lobster. Like, lobsters, they used to be the food of the poor. I'm not kidding. Like, lobster used to actually be, like people would hide the lobster carcasses because they didn't want everyone else to laugh at them. It was the food of the poor. You could have chosen lobster. Chose the turkey. Turkey is 10th or 11th. Literally, like turkey is the thing that I would eat if there's nothing else to eat in the entire house. Like I've ran out of food. I'm starving, I have no options, okay, fine, I'm going turkey. But even then, I think like the only benefit that you get with turkey is if you want to lose weight. Like turkey meat actually helps you lose weight. But that's it if you're on a diet. And even then it's like taking medicine. It depends on the part of the chicken though. No, any part of the chicken is better than any part of the turkey. No, I'm not backpedaling on this. Not only does turkey taste bad, it also gave us Cenk and Hassan. That's another good point, you know. To be fair though, I actually like Hassan. Like without Hassan, I wouldn't be able to teach my son when he grows up how fucked up leftists are. Like all I have to do is to take my son to take George. You know that my son's name is George, and he is on 4th of July born. I'm not kidding. Like my son is born on the 4th of July, so I named him George. I will take George and I will show Hassan to him, and I will be like, this is a leftist. Because otherwise my son will not believe. Like he will not believe that left people are insane. And he will have to see. And I will be like, look, this is Hassan. Do you want to be like him? You wanna end up like him? Huh? And he will be yes. And I'll be like, well, when you manage to shock your dog in front of millions of people and there's no repercussions, that's when you know you made it. Deep fried turkey is pretty good. No, it's not. It's not. No, no. Like, okay, let me put it this way, right? Deep fried turkey is pretty good compared to what? Compared to what? Compared to chicken? No fucking way. Compared to duck? No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're Italian. Italian don't even eat turkey. Like, leave me alone. Is Hassan crying about Iran? Turkey and Iran don't even go together. Is it like now Muslims without borders? Like it doesn't make the difference between Shia, Sunni, the Kurds. Like for them, all Muslims are Muslims now. And by the virtue of being Muslims, they go under the Hassan Piker's umbrella of protection. Now, steak versus lamb is actually now this one is difficult. This one is difficult. Steak versus lamb. It's close. It's close. It depends. It's kind of hard to choose. I wouldn't know. I think like steak because it's got like more variety, so you can use it in different things. Like with lamb, you're kind of boxed in with what you can and can't cook. But yeah, no, like this is an actual respectable conversation, like steak versus lamb. I appreciate this, yes. But turkey, no, there is no debating in turkey. Like there is no conversation. Nothing, absolutely nothing is worse than turkey. No bird. That's comestible, I mean, right? Do you know what I found out, by the way? Americans don't eat rabbit. Like, I was actually shocked. Like, if I go to Romania supermarket, I can actually buy rabbits. Well, like, apparently in America, you can't. And the thing is, like, rabbit is pretty delicious. Turkey sandwiches, pretty good. I had one last week. Again, pretty good compared to what? Like, compared to chicken sandwiches, no. No, just no. You already, like, when you tell me it's pretty good, you gotta complete, like, pretty good compared to, right? There is nothing that's below turkey. It's F tier. F tier, chat. F tier. On Thanksgiving, we eat lasagna, and families escape for Italian wedding soup. Well, there you go. You know, civilized people. I wish I could do a racial tier list with Amalgamite. I'm curious, like, can you actually do it? Like, racial tier list. Nationality ranking tier list. Oh my goodness. Oh, you can. So there are people that do this. If I take Amalgamite and I do this, I think like my channel My channel will get shut down? Okay, so you got the ideal. Oh, we can go to template. Ideal, above average, low circumstantial, medium circumstantial. Wait, what is this? Create a nationality tier list. Okay. Non-existence preferable. I don't know what this is, but it's got a sword. I don't like swords. I'm scared. I don't like people threatening me. I'll put it lowest tier. Obviously, right? Like we got Japan, ideal. The United States, where is it? Where's the US of A? Where's the US of Ah, here we go. We got ideal. Is this Korea? Korea has some nasty women. I don't, you know, like the women there are not good people. They're not good people. They're very mean. Very mean. So like the men are making it up though. The men are nice. I have like some Korean friends, so like medium. Britain, no. France, difficult. Nah. Turkey is actually pretty fucking base. I have nothing wrong against Turkey. They have like good standards of living despite the fact that they have a sultan now. No, like Turkey like has never cheated Romania in any agreement. Turkey has like the Ottoman Empire has literally followed every single agreement they signed in my country. We had our ups and downs, but I've no beef with Turkey. Is this Switzerland? China. Now China is actually very difficult. China is very difficult because there are parts of China that are like better than US, and there are parts of China that are really shit. And China is like the template now for the European Union. Like they really want China without their industry. In other words, they want the authoritarianism. So, you know, like if it didn't exist, it would have been. I don't know, like, okay, so for standard of living, like it depends where you live, right? If you live in Shanghai, Beijing, it's actually pretty good. If you live in a rural area, you're kind of fucked. I mean, let me put it this way. Would you rather live in Britain or would you rather live in China? So it has to be above France, at least. I would say it's actually better. I would say it's better than South Korea. I would say here. Canada. Okay, so like America but cold and with mental asylums that are open and Canadian healthcare. No, it's with no, probably below France. I would probably rather live in France than to live in Canada. Is this Australia? It's trying to fuck the internet. It can go fuck itself. Brazil. Is Brazil better than UK? Is Brazil better than UK? I would say like Brazil is actually like again it's kind of like China. Like there are places in Brazil that are pretty good, and there are places in Brazil that are literal hellholes. I would put it. I can't put it. Okay, let's do it like this. Hold on. Let's put France a little bit higher, and we get to put Brazil here. Germany. I'm sorry. It's just no. Like Germany doesn't even like itself as a country. The Germans don't like themselves, so I can't help them with that. I do not understand many of these flags. Like I know some of them, but like, is this Sweden? No, I think this is Sweden, right? And it doesn't tell you, so I can't play the game any further if I don't recognize the flags. Like I don't know what the fuck this is. Is it the Dominic? No, it's not the Dominican Republic. I'll shut the fuck up. I'm pretty sure Chad knows. But yeah, that's pretty much my tier list. Brazil has better women. It does. Canada is absolutely better than the UK. Dude, like, seriously, you don't know how bad the UK is. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, maybe you have, like, this romantic version of Britain from back in the day, but, no, like, no. No. And not to mention, like, with Canada, you're closer to the United States. Like, at least you can flee, right? If things go bad, at least you can go to a decent nation. In Britain, if you want to live, where you go? France? Blue Cross is Finland. I don't know much about Finland. Oh, the first flag is literally North Korea? I thought it's South Korea. I thought it's South Korea. Okay, okay. Well, okay. Take into account that I was confused. All right, like I didn't want to put North Korea on the top. Romania is horrible. Don't come here. Anyway, right, guys. Thank you for the viewership. Thank you for the super chats, and I'll see you guys on my other channels. I'm going to upload the videos now. So, thank you for watching. Take care.